This week on WestfordCAT News, bring your sunscreen to annual town meeting, which will be held outdoors on June 20th at Westford Academy. No contract yet between Dee Bus Service and the school department.
Yes, I spoke with Ingrid today and they thought they had an agreement and they don't. So she asked if we could continue this to June 9th while she continues to negotiate with them.
Town manager Jody Ross reveals to volunteer Mary McCauley how many emails she receives each week. Stay tuned. WestfordCAT News is next. Select board members on May 25th unanimously approved holding the annual town meeting at Westford Academy's Trustees Field at Alumni Stadium after a protracted discussion that covered a multitude of concerns. Town manager Jody Ross proposed starting the annual meeting on June 20th at 10 a.m. with social distancing guidelines in effect due to COVID-19.
What staff and I have been doing is we went out to WA a couple of times. I want to thank the WA custodians and the school staff, but we've made a few renditions of this, and thank you, Jeremy, for this. But I think we've got a pretty good plan here. We streamlined the warrant. I don't know whether you'll agree with it or not, but we tried to get down to the bare minimum we needed to do, and the selectmen do have the authority to do that. We thought a 10 a.m. opening or starting the meeting with the moderator hoping to announce that we're trying to keep it to about an hour if possible. The reason for that is because we are outside. I didn't want to get a tent. I can. It's about $7,000. I don't think it'll fill this whole field. But we were going to hopefully have a pre-virtual meeting where people could really ask questions if they had them, because this is streamlined warrant. We wanted to put the chairs, and you can see it on the map. They're on the 15 feet goal lines. So they'd be 15 feet apart, not 6, and then side to side, 8 to 10 feet apart. So we're definitely giving a lot of room. You see up at the right or at the front of the field, you all would be spaced out too, at least 6 feet. 8 to 10 is our preference. We've got a few tables. We don't think everybody needs a table, but some of us like me who bring mountains of paper would prefer to have a table, so we can put more. The moderator and the town clerk and town council assisting her would be up on a stage, the stage they use for graduations. The check-in, you can see we have lines down at the bottom of right of your screen. A through M would go to the left. We will have people monitoring them, telling them 6 feet apart, making sure masks, and N through Z would go to the right and then be funneled in and 6 feet space, kind of like Market Basket. That's what we were using as our guide.
In other select board news, the contract between the school department and Dee Bus Service of Shirley is still pending, with school finance director Ingrid Nielsen at the forefront. Here's Ross requesting to take up the matter again at the next board meeting.
Yes, I spoke with Ingrid today and they thought they had an agreement and they don't. So she asked if we could continue this to June 9th while she continues to negotiate with them.
I think then we'll just wait to hear back from her as to when she would, when there's a contract and when she'd like to come back to us.
So just a question, do we know the school committee voted in favor of that? So they voted in favor of a contract that was not finalized, is that correct?
My understanding is they voted in favor to support the 45% that we had talked about. But I guess that from what I understand, the contract is still being negotiated. The exact terms and nuances are still being negotiated with Dee.
To watch the entire select board meeting, visit westfordcat.org. Veteran Service Officer Ryan Cobley honored the town's fallen heroes in a novel way this month. Cobley worked with staff members at WestfordCAT to produce a video that brought elected officials' speeches to residents' homes, along with a reading of the honor roll. The video was released on Memorial Day and is now available on demand. Speakers included Cobley.
Remember those who have died every day not just on Memorial Day. Remember them as you nose the flag in the town common or the large one down at Cornerstone. As long as we continue to remember those heroes and try to live in a way that honors them, we can be sure that they did not die in vain.
Congresswoman Lori Trahan.
What is needed in our country right now is a renewed sense of shared values. As our national motto reminds us, though we are many peoples from many different backgrounds and experiences, we are all one big American family. We must remember this as we honor the sacrifice of our heroes and band together to beat this virus.
State Representative James Arcero.
Today I speak to you electronically for the first time as we gather, not on the town common of Westford, as we had for so many years, but from Pine Grove Cemetery and in each and every home in Westford, to honor and to salute those brave veterans who have left us.
And Select Board Member Elizabeth Almeida.
Today, I invite you to connect to our past and to take time to participate in our long tradition of honoring our veterans. Take a walk in our cemeteries. Visit the town common to view the memorials to those who have served. Call a veteran and thank him or her for their service. Find strength in our shared past to carry us through these difficult days. Westford has a long tradition of strength, generosity, and resilience.
Army veteran Arthur Pellerin provided the invocation. To watch the entire video, visit WestfordCAT.org. The pandemic virus has impacted yet one more tradition in Westford, voting for local candidates. Traditionally, Westford holds elections on the first Tuesday in May. This year, earlier absentee voting is being encouraged to maintain social distancing. The responsibility of running an election falls on the shoulders of town clerks, such as Westford's Patty Doobie, who said voters will be able to physically vote at the polls on June 30th, but those who would like an application to qualify for an early ballot are welcome to contact her.
Well, as everyone knows, we were going to have a town election on May 5th, and that didn't work out. So the selectmen have changed it to June 30th. It is the last day of our fiscal year.
We should probably tell the residents the reason why it didn't work out is because of COVID-19.
That's true. Because of the COVID-19 situation and the concern with spreading the virus, we are now doing meetings remotely. We are concerned with annual town meeting and the town election. So part of the functions of the town clerk's office are to, well, we take the minutes at the annual town meeting and help a little bit with the setup of that. But the town election is squarely in our department, and we need to make sure we have a safe and secure town election. As you may recall, we do have a lot of candidates running this year. We are very happy about that. We have 6 candidates running for 2 positions in the school committee. We have 3 candidates running for selectmen for 2 seats. We have the Board of Health is an unopposed election, as well as the library trustees. And the other would be the planning board, where we do have 2 folks running for 1 seat. So we do have contests, and the candidates are beginning their campaigns. They want people to know what's going on, and they have been pushed off as well to the June 30th. So you will probably be seeing a lot of campaign information and signs starting to crop up. A lot of this has to do with the fact that we are encouraging mail-in voting. Then you can stay safe and vote from your home. We have a ballot box here at the town hall where you can deposit your ballot if you so choose, or you can just simply put it in the mail and we will get it as well.
Where in town hall is that box?
This box is located right outside the back door between the police department and the town hall door. We were able to repurpose a library book deposit box for this purpose, which has it's securely locked. Nobody can get in there. We check it every day. The one thing I can tell you about mail-in voting that you do need to know is you need to fill out an application requesting a mail-in ballot. So those are available in a couple of places. You can go online to the Westford webpage. I'm pretty sure that it's on the front page, but if it moves down, because sometimes things move down as every day something new is out there, you can always find it on the town clerk's portion of the webpage. We have a Facebook page that we started to give every couple days. We throw a blurb out there about what's happening in the town clerk's office with elections.
A reminder to all candidates, WestfordCAT News is compiling a voter's guide. Candidates are asked to explain their platform and to provide a headshot. If you're a candidate and have a question or haven't received the notice, contact News Director Joyce Polino Crane at jcrane@westfordcat.org. Local realtor Mary McCauley recently interviewed Town Manager Jody Ross to see how she's managing during the pandemic. Ross said the number of her email correspondences have spiked since COVID-19, but that didn't stop her from encouraging residents and business owners to call her office with questions or concerns.
I finally got to take a breath last week, and I asked our IT department, who has also done a phenomenal job, to look at how many emails I got a week. And before the pandemic, it was about 450 to 500 a week. But after the pandemic, it was well over 1,000 a week. So much coming in from residents, other departments, the state. There's been lots of laws that have changed. Most of this is on our website. The selectmen were meeting weekly to discuss some of these operational changes. We have gone back to their regular meeting schedule, but we still have a lot of challenges ahead, like town meeting. We're here to help. If any business or resident is having a concern or an issue, you need to get in touch with us because we're here to help solve that problem.
To watch the entire interview, visit westfordcat.org.
Hi, Patty Stalker here from Westford Cat, and we are doing our weekly Zoom edition of Adoptable Pet of the Week. And I have the marketing and fundraising manager of the Lowell Humane Society with me, Crystal Arnott. Hi, Crystal.
Hi, Patty. Thanks for having us on again this week.
Yeah, this is fun. Look at this cutie pie. This is Roxy, correct?
Yes, this is Roxy girl. She is a sweetie pie who's been with us for a couple of months here at the shelter, recovering from some surgery and illness. She's just a love bug.
Tell us a little bit about her personality and what kind of home would be good for her.
So Roxy is 12 years old, and she was surrendered to the shelter because of her medical issues. She had some very large mammary masses that needed to be removed. And then also once they got in there to do surgery, we realized she had a few cysts on her ovaries as well. It makes sense for an older dog who was never spayed to have those issues. She also has some dental concerns. She's missing quite a few of her teeth. But all of that aside, she is just an absolutely wonderfully sweet girl. She just loves people. She loves to be around people. Her favorite thing to do is just roll around on her back and show you her belly. And of course, get those good belly rubs in. But she's just a total love bug. We have loved having her here with us. We're waiting now on a few biopsies from that surgery that she had to remove the mammary masses and ovarian cysts. But we're hopeful that there's a family out there that can really, give her that last home that she deserves. Because again, like I said, she's just a complete sweetie pie. She loves to go in the car for rides. Our staff has been taking her out for rides with them since there's so few animals in the shelter. She has been doted on quite a bit and a little bit spoiled, maybe even. She gives the sweetest little kisses, and she really is just a love bug. She can go home with a family with older kids. She is a little bit older, and she just had all those masses removed, so little kids might be a little bit too much for her, but older kids, other really chill dogs would also be a fine match for her. She's been around other dogs here at the shelter, and she's done well. And she really she likes to follow you around, and I can't say enough about her. She's so sweet and mild-mannered and still full of life and energy, even though she's 12 years old.
So how can people reach out to you if they would be interested in meeting Roxy?
Yeah, as things are opening back up in the state, we're kind of adjusting to meet those changes, and but we are still doing everything by appointment only. So if you're interested in adopting Roxy or any of our other adoptable pets, just go ahead on our website to get our phone number or email and reach out to make an appointment. One of our staff members will go over her full history over the phone first, just to limit exposure and prevent you from coming down if it's not going to be a good match. And then we'll get you down here to take her for a walk and hopefully take her home. And if Roxy's not a good match, we do have a few other animals on the website to take a look at. Or if you just want to help us out, with surgeries for these animals or taking care of them, you can make a donation on our website, lowhumanesociety.org as well.
Great. Thanks a lot, Crystal. Stay safe, and we'll talk to you next week.
Awesome. Thank you, Patty.
For WestfordCAT, I'm Patty Stalker.